The NBA season has come down to this. This is it. For all the marbles, Game 7 of the NBA Finals. From Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto. Tonight, the Toronto Raptors taking on the back-to-back defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Raptors coming into play. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7. A one-game series for the NBA championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
His first effort off the mark. Green. Great look and vision. Curry. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Danny Green, guarded by Klay Thompson. Pascal Siakam, strong finish. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Durant to Thompson. Durant, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Pascal Siakam. Leonard. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Warriors have the basketball. Short jumper off the mark. Kevin Durant missed his first. That one goes. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Curry with the basketball. Down three. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
A lot of people don't know this, but for a while in his childhood, Steph Curry actually called Toronto home, as he and his family lived here while his father Dale finished up his playing days with the Raptors. And let me tie it all together. His amazing wife is from Toronto as well, so maybe this power couple was always meant to be.
Here's Curry with it up top. Down by one. Durant to Curry. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. On a bad pass, going to be taken away by the Warriors. To Curry. Fires the three, and Steph. He can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the three.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Lowry, Green always looking for the steal. Leonard to Danny Green from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leonard to Lowry. Livingston across the timeline. They lead it, 4-point game. Leonard. Great feed. Serge Ibaka slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Golden State at the controls. To Durant. To Thompson. For three. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Siakam, defended by Cousins. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Iguodala to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Green. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Fred VanVleet to Leonard. For three. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Valanciunas. Offensive rebound. Leonard. That won't go. And a putback slam.
Ooh, establishing the glass early, but the defense has to be better at boxing out.
The drive, right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And Kawhi Leonard, good on the quick release there.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Livingston to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Thompson, they'll get it down to Green. Draymond Green, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Iguodala. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Oh, blocked by Green. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Iguodala to bring it up. Leads a bucket. And a nice finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To VanVleet. Lowry. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Lays it up and in.
Lowry's been an all-star 4 straight years, but I got a real question. Who is Kyle Lowry? Right now, it seems like a serviceable guard. In order for Kyle Lowry to be the guy that Kyle Lowry knows he can be, it's time to take that game to another level, my man.
stuffs it down with authority.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Slams it down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Livingston to Thompson. Valanciunas with the denial.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Leonard buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's so good to see Kawhi back and flourishing on the court. Remember last offseason, there were a lot of questions about where he would end up, but I'm glad to see he's playing like a franchise guy, and he's proving it tonight.
Warriors basketball. To Sean Livingston. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They're down three. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. To Green. That's blocked by Kawhi.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Fires the three. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Curry to bring it up. Leads four. To Thompson. Here comes the screen. Thompson. To Curry. Five to shoot for Golden State. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. Well defended. To Leonard. Fred VanVleet. To Valanciunas. Leonard. And he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Possession lies with Golden State. Steph Curry. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Knocked loose. Kawhi Leonard against KD. And finishes strong.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Lowry, he is yet to hit one tonight. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard to Valanciunas. A shot no good there for Monroe.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
It goes down. He improvises and scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Warriors have the basketball. Cousins to Thompson. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You'll probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
Curry into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Durant buries it.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Lowry with it. Trailing by 10. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Kevin Durant, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Warriors will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Raptors are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Bench points.
The Toronto Raptors are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Kevin Durant was a pickpocket in the first half, getting all kinds of steals. I'm interested to see if he can keep it up in the second half.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Toronto has the basketball. Lowry. Oh, bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Thompson. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Leonard. So Lowry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Draymond Green. To Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry. Turned away by Cousins.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ibaka around the perimeter to Lowry. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
It's Golden State basketball. Livingston to Green. Kevin Durant. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Leonard to Ibaka. Durant with the basketball up top. His team on top by 13. From the painted area, won't go down.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Rebound comes to Lowry. Leonard on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
KD with the rock. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Great pass to set it up. Here's a chance from long range. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Fred VanVleet. To Ibaka. Pascal Siakam. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Curry. Durant. Offensive board. Another shot stays out. To VanVleet. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Warriors have the basketball. Thompson to Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant to Curry. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Durant across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Knocks it down from mid-range. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
And hits the first free throw. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line. Going to launch beyond the arc. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Fred VanVleet gets it in the right corner. Kawhi Leonard against the former Finals MVP. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Curry. Driving right to the basket. Valanciunas with the denial.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Not that time. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Taken by the Raptors. And a throwdown. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the 4th quarter. And Jay, no surprise, the defending champs in complete control.
Ed, we call that first-class problems. Just too many weapons, and the rich keep getting richer. When you have 5 All-Stars on one team and then an NBA Finals MVP as well, that's a good problem now.
All right, Baca up to block the shot.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Curry. Pass to Cousins, down low. The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a 3-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Durant on the drive, but he can't get it to go. Kawhi Leonard matched up with the 2-time MVP. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Livingston across the timeline. His guys leading by 14. Here comes the screen. Livingston. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Durant lets it fly. Knocks it down off the step back.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Golden State at the controls. To Durant. Has a chance. Durant can't get that one to go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Durant with the basketball up top. They lead it by 14. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Lowry, defended by Steph Curry. To Leonard. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas looking good. 4 for 5.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Curry. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Durant. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. He gets it.
Shoot, shoot. Let me see that dance, boy. Let me see it.
Curry into the front court. Lead is 12. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Thompson. To Lowry. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Warriors basketball. Take stock of the floor. And count the basket.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Kawhi Leonard against the former Cougar. Knocked loose. Iguodala to bring it up. The lead stands at 9. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Curry with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Thompson buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Thompson to Curry. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Curling inside. To the basket goes Curry, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Leonard to Valanciunas. Ibaka. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. He throws it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Curry. and he buries it.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Leonard to Lowry. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at three here, shooting 66% in this contest. Misses the first. Second to three, got it. Raptors come away with it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Knocked loose, and they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. And the rebound taken by Golden State. The dynasty continues. The Warriors, once again, NBA champions.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors must be feeling a million different things right now, all of them great. They've done it, NBA champions. Only a select few get a chance to experience the view from the mountaintop, and they absolutely deserve it. The Raptors are experiencing the kind of disappointment that can't be shared by anyone but a teammate. It's pretty quiet in their locker room right now. I can only imagine how tough it must be. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Kevin Durant could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was gold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he...
Number 2. Number 1.
The Warriors have come out on top. Congratulations to them and all of their fans around the world. That's another postseason in the books, and I'm already dreading the wait for more hoops. See you next season.